Con artist is here. Kira is here. We missed you, Kira. The last week when Kinda Sass was traveling, I was gaming a lot. I hadn't seen you or Shira. So welcome back, and I was not raptured. Welcome to the stream. Con artist is drunkish. Kira says, is there anyone left to stream tonight? We lost so many due to the rapture. Well, I definitely know we're alive. Kind Assassin's alive. Lethius is alive. True is alive. Don't know about Boomhauer yet. Definitely don't know. And Chris. We don't know about Shira. Maybe we'll find out. I have a subathon idea to try to raise money, kind of like I did the last time with the drinking, which I will do again, but it's not going to be the next one. But I do have an idea, and we could kind of spitball that. I have, for me anyway, good news on my first physical giveaway. The head pool popcorn bucket right now has just about 70 entrants. I did not think it was going to get that much, so that's amazing. Kira says, just take us to the good place. That would be nice. That would be perfect. Kira says, she wasn't in an unpaid rental stream this past Saturday either. Oh, no. Connor says, he is on the back nine of a poop. A little cold water to the body never hurt anyone. Oh, my God. Kira says, I don't spit and I don't have balls. Did I miss something? I'm so crazy. Like, did I say something? I don't even remember. Kira doesn't spit and she doesn't have a ball. Oh my God, I totally forgot what I said. I'm tired. It's been busy at work. Not like long hours or anything, but just warehouse stuff. Oh, I said I wanted to spitball something. So that definitely gets that. That gets a double giggity. True is here. So, yeah. I guess I could bring it up now and I'll bring it up later. Con artist message was retracted. So, as we all know, it was very successful, my drinkathon. I think I had 15 donations, so I had 15 drinks. I think I made like $150, which is very good. And again, that's something I can't do all the time. I just can't do it. It was a typo. So the thing I was thinking, and it only works if there are people who are on who aren't regulars. That's why it might not be something I do immediately, because I can't guarantee that I would have, new people on. But something where if someone donated, I don't know the amount yet, but X amount, then I react to a show that they choose. Kind of like what we did with you all, but that was free, obviously. You all picked, we put it in the bucket, and we just picked them out and watched it. But yeah, it would be like, oh, I'll pay for you to watch the pilot of this show. And either it's something where I watch it, react to it, and I don't put it on YouTube. I just upload it and share it with the person who requested it. Or I can do both. Because earlier, William, you all know Will, he wanted me to watch the pilot of another anime called Mashle, M-A-S-H-L-E. And I was kind of joking with him. I was like, super chat me $5 tonight and I'll watch the pilot. And I was like, oh, that might be a good idea, but it's a tough one. So we'll see. Ooh. On next week's stream, is when I believe it's when I announced the popcorn bucket winner. Connor says, did that straw come from a food establishment or is it something you own? This was free from Starbucks, I think like a year ago. There was just a day they were giving out free straws. And I got 2 of them, one for me and one for the kind assassin. But yes, technically it is from a place and I own it. It's not like a paper straw. It's one of like their plastic ones. So, oh man, that is an idea. And Kira says, the straw was taken from a child. Steve snatched it at Disneyland or whatever that place is called. Yeah, you never know. It's like taking candy from a baby. So I might actually check out that, since William, one of my in-person friends, ex-coworkers, asked me to check it out. I might check it out, since he's the one who actually got me into One Punch Man and solo leveling. So he's kind of 2 for 2 with me. Connor said it's called both, but I believe you. Steve is a monster of sorts. Oh man, I had been playing with overlays like all week. I get like addicted to creating stuff, even though I'm not great at graphics or creating stuff like that, but it's just fun. But yeah, last week I live streamed like Borderlands and Shadows. I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday last week. Probably total maybe 6 streams. It was fun. But yeah, recently I've just been playing Coral Island, and the kind assassin is actually playing Coral Island. She's on her 2nd year. I still haven't got out of my 1st year, but I do have 2 cows and 2 chickens. So there's that. I'm loving The Good Place. I watched episode 6 yesterday. It's so good. I'm glad that it was suggested to me, and I'm glad that I gave it a shot. Kira just enjoys walking past children and saying real loud, Santa Claus is fake news. And we love killing kids' dreams, don't we? Oh, man. So yeah, also, Kira, if you haven't seen any of my videos from last week, I did dye my beard green. This is a new shade we just dropped last week, called Iced Mocha. So I tried it and it came out pretty good. Green usually fades on me, so it's been in for about a week and it's actually stayed in pretty good, because this is almost dead on what the color is supposed to look like. So now I think I've tried a red, I've tried purple, green, I think I've done blue, light purple. I think my favorite shade is purple. So I think that might be it from now on. Just sticking with purple. Oh, yes. I think it's pronounced Palia or Palia. So True suggested to me last week also, she said, basically, oh, if you enjoy Coral Island, obviously, there's another game that is similar, and it's also like World of Warcraft, called Palia, where it's I mean, you all have played World of Warcraft. I never did, but it's cool that you could play on a server with other people. And in Coral Island, it's different, where you have to create a new island just for online play, and you can only have 4 people on it. Whereas in Palia, you could have as many people that's on the server, playing in the same playground, which is cool. So right now, I think Chris, me, and True are the only ones who have it. So Kira, and if Shira hops on later, I think it's free to play. So maybe one day we could all run around Palia. Kira says, how long does color normally stay? You have to shower and wash your hair every day. It depends on the shades, and I don't have them all memorized, but we have some shades that are like really pigmented, Like the purple that I use is a really, really high pigmented shade. I think that one is like 12 to 20 washes. That's like the suggested. This shade should be like, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 washes. But on a beard, I think it's different. Like this is it's gonna fade. I try to be gentle when I wash it. I try to only use cold water because hot water, I'm not like a master at dyeing my hair and my beard and stuff, but I know if you use hot water a lot, it's easier for it to run. So I try to use cold, but usually you get over 10 washes, sometimes up to 15. Oh, so some people, since I do customer service, they say it only lasts like 2, which is almost impossible to put in something if like you use the product that I use and it only lasts 2 days, it's a user error because this stuff is good. Even the super light shades, like the one that I did live when I did the live stream and did my beard, that was, I think, the lightest or second lightest shade of purple. So that one is like one of the ones that has the least amount of washes. And it didn't show up the way it was supposed to on my beard. Like it wasn't the perfect color, but it still stayed in for a while. So it's like you have to follow the directions, basically. Connor says his beard is a shit show. Never had a father figure to teach me how to shave. What kind of beard do you have? Like I don't like this is long for me because it's just itchy. I can't stand it. Like sometimes my mustache just grows and curls into my mouth. I hate it. So I have to make sure I trim like here all the time. And then my mustache on the top will grow up into my nose and it'll tickle me. So I have to like I'm always kind of trimming my mustache part. But I definitely don't go much longer than this unless there's a bet or a dare or something like that. Yeah. Oh, I missed. Connor said I watched some of the Borderlands 4 stream. I almost bought it, but I decided to invest in vinyls instead. The thing that I like about Borderlands, one of my coworkers, he might get it, and like Connor is just like hypothetically, just say you get it in a month. I'll be in a month probably like level 50. Like I don't play it nonstop to be like level 99. But if you were like, hey man, I just bought Borderlands, like I could jump into your game and level you up in like 10 minutes. Because I could play in your campaign as my high level and basically kill everyone for you and you get all the drops. It's really cool. Con says similar length, if not just a tad longer, but nothing grizzly. It's just the direction of growth that is off. Yeah. Kira says, y'all need to have a beard-a-thon. Oh my God. Are we pieces of meat to you, Kira? Kira says, yes, you are all pieces of meat. Yeah, I'll have, what's it called? Not a talent show, like models. It'll be the Screen Sanctum Model Hour. That's what we'll do. Oh. So going back to what I was originally saying, that's like the only idea that I have right now besides drinking to kind of do a subathon. Because that 5 hours went really fast. It's just sometimes it's uncomfortable just sitting there. So the setup, maybe I'll change. I'll put like a higher camera so I could actually get up and move around a lot. Or maybe I'll use 2 cameras so when I'm sitting I could change it. But yeah, I'm just trying to think because I do need to like really try to raise money on here to keep things going. Has anybody watched anything new lately? Oh, update. Oh, the other thing, I don't remember. Kira, were you on? I have a bad memory. Last week when I watched Last Action Hero, I don't think you were. but that was kind of fun. So the kind assassin and I were thinking about it. It's not 100%, but for October, I think we're definitely doing the Nosferatu double feature. I already downloaded the movies, so they're ready to go. But there was something else that she wanted to maybe watch. And if we do that one, it's going to be on a Saturday or a weekend. I think actually maybe Nosferatu might also be on the weekend, but we'll see. Because that's 2 movies. The original is an hour and a half, and the new one is like 2 hours. So it's like, that's going to be a long stream. So maybe like Friday or Saturday. Connor said he let a female do makeup on him and took some K-pop style photos once. I would need a makeup artist here to be like $5 donation. She puts this on me or something. Kira, too busy to do anything. Sorry, I think I missed last week's stream. Well, if it has anything to do with school or anything at all, like I'm always sad when to see anyone not there. It's only because I worry. Like that's the first thing my mind goes to rather than, oh, Kira's probably busy this week. I just worry. Connor says all he heard was The Weekend. I just forgot the movies now. She told me she watched one. Oh, I think it was the Lego movie. I think she might want to watch both Lego movies, but I don't know. But yeah, Nosferatu is going to be like the Halloween one, because last year for Halloween we watched Nightmare Before Christmas, and even though I watch that every year, it's like we watch it every year. It's our tradition. We don't need to like live stream it every year. Though I kind of do want to watch Robin Hood, the animated one, again live. That movie's so good. Yeah, Karn, the Lego Batman movie, that movie is amazing. That's what I wish they would make a sequel to. So good. I don't think there's anyone who dislikes the Lego Batman movie. I guess for Kira, con artist, I think True signed up. So basically, I think this is just for Kira and con artist. Have you both signed up for the giveaway yet? I got a really good amount of people signed up. Actually, you know what I might do right now? If I could find it, maybe I'll just fill out the wheel. Oh no, I don't, because there's personal information on there. But dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 68 entrants so far for the popcorn bucket. So the next one will be 69. Have I seen any of the new series called The Paper? I have not. I haven't really even heard anyone talk about it. I saw like one person post about it that they said they're surprised that it's actually funny. But I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of The Office. Like I said, I'm more of a Parks and Rec. Well, I am a Parks and Rec guy. Connor says, I don't know how one could dislike that movie. It's impossible to. It was so good. And Connor has not heard of it. Yeah, they did a spin-off of The Office. I think there's one person from The Office in The Paper. It's, oh man, his name's on the tip of my tongue. His name in the show is Oscar. Right? His real name is Oscar, but I think he plays an Oscar too. Let's see. Yeah, Oscar Nunez plays Oscar Martinez. I think Oscar is in The Paper. Kira said, the cast is really good, but I also want to see that show about the school teachers administration. Is that Abbott Elementary? Is that the one you're talking about? The paper cast. I'm looking at the paper cast now. Here says, ooh, and today Fantastic Four First Step started streaming, going to see it 400 times. Oh, cool. So that's something, I know that and that and Superman, the 4Ks should be coming out soon. I need to pre-order those or just buy them because digital code giveaway like I always do. And I may try to just give away a Blu-ray as well. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Abbott Elementary, funny. The first episode of that I watched was the Halloween episode because I didn't hear like what happens in it. I just heard what one of the kids dresses up as. So I was like, I gotta watch that. And it was funny. And then when we were traveling, I binge watched all of season 1 and I think half of season 2 on an airplane. And it's funny. It is good. Connor says, we can't mention Abbott without Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, I know they did a crossover. I haven't watched the crossover yet, though. Yeah, the Superman film, there were parts of it, I mean, all in all, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, like, personally, it wasn't for me. Like, I don't think it was a bad movie, but there were just things in it that I didn't need or I didn't want in it. So, like, I understand every James Gunn movie has, like, either a silly thing or a cute thing. Like Groot, obviously, Baby Groot. And then in Superman, it's Crypto. Like, I didn't need Crypto, even though he was cute. But, like, either Crypto was only in it to introduce Supergirl, or like Supergirl was in it to justify Crypto being in it. But to each their own. Kira says, that's a good abbreviation for Always Sunny. Never thought to use it. I mean, it's very a helpful acronym. Kira says, that Supergirl actor I've seen in DC shorts. Makes me think she's constantly drunk high. The Supergirl actor you've seen in DC shorts? What do you mean by DC shorts? I know she was in House of the Dragon, I believe. She was in that. But I mean, yeah, when they introduce her at the end of the movie and she's drunk. Which is like, if that's the character, I've never read the comic that this Supergirl is based on. I've never read a Supergirl comic. I did watch the Supergirl TV show, and I really did enjoy that. Connor says, Boynette or whatever his name is she cute? Oh, the Supergirl in the show is Melissa Benoist, I think, or Benoit. I don't know. She's Canadian. It could be Benoit. Sometimes they don't pronounce the ST. But it could be Benoist. I don't know. Kira says, yeah, sometimes they have, scenes from movies as short. Yeah, she was only in that one scene. Yeah, I really liked her as Supergirl. But then there are people that say Supergirl is like, her Supergirl was a female Superman. And in the comic, Supergirl is not a female Superman. I don't know. I have no idea. Kira said, the other chickie, though, rubs me the wrong way. I mean, I guess you just have to wait and see. What I hope, and the thing that I liked least about Superman was that it was a team-up movie already. And I wanted to just see Superman, basically, which... they already said they're jumping right in to their universe. It's like it's ongoing. They've been metahumans for, I think he said, like 3,000 years. So if they're there, it's like the question that I used to ask in like phase 1 and phase 2 of the MCU. Like if I'm watching Iron Man 3, I'm like, oh, why isn't Thor here? Or why isn't Hulk here? Any movie you could just ask that question. Why isn't this person here? And we obviously know whoever it is probably doing something else. But in the DCU, there's never going to probably be that question because every movie is probably going to be a team up movie. Superman has all these characters. I don't watch Peacemaker, but they're all in Peacemaker. And then Supergirl, I think, I think the same people in Superman are going to be in Supergirl. And then he said that Peacemaker season 2 leads into Superman 2. So Peacemaker is probably going to be in that. So it's just like they've basically jumped into like the MCU when in like at Infinity War, basically, where everyone is there already. Which is kind of funny because even though I personally like the Marvel movies better, DC kind of has the more popular characters where you could start really slowly, right? Like Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, all the villains, like they could all have just gotten solo movies. But what are you going to do? Boomhauer's here. Oh, Jeffrey Miller. Sorry, I missed you. I was talking so long. Welcome, Jeffrey. How are you? Kira says, even Helen Slater's Supergirl was sweet. That movie's bad, but it wasn't her fault. Oh, okay. Kira says, what's PH, con artist? What did I miss? I liked her in that one clip from that one show that I found on... Oh my God, I think I know what he's talking about. Wait. Why would that actress be on that website? Now I'm confused. I don't know. The no site. That's funny. Oh, con artist. I'll take your word for it. So, and then they have a Clayface movie come. It's just weird to me. And I know like the theater isn't the same as it was. And I feel like a movie that, and I'm not talking about Avengers, Justice League, Spider-Man, Batman. Those movies will always make 900 million to $1 billion. But like the movies that weren't Spider-Man that were making 800, 900, $1 billion, I think the new billion is probably like 600 to 750 million dollars now. It's just the way it is. But like you start off with Superman, and I know people have been like arguing, did it make money, did it not? It made 650, like that's fine. It made its money back. But then their next movie is Clayface. Hopefully I don't know, are people really looking for a Clayface movie? We won't know until next year. And then the next movie after that is Supergirl. And then I think the next movie after that is Superman the following year. Oh, Connor says it's a show or movie or something just top. Oh, it's probably House of the Dragon then. That prequel series to Game of Thrones. Like, I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I know that has a lot of nudity. Kira says, and come on, we've all done a topless scene in our lives. We know Boom has. Oh my God. So it'll just be interesting. I feel like more people are anticipating the Batman 2 than like the DCU movies, which the Batman was good. It was long. Oh, I'm looking. Sorry, I also have the paper cast up right now, and I didn't know that Domhnall Gleeson is in it. Boomhauer says, hiya, with Robert Pattinson. Yeah, that one, I think they're writing it. It's supposed to come out maybe next year. I don't know. It's just, man, that sequel's taking like 7 years or something. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That the one the one property that like Warner Brothers and DC, for as far as DC has, that's surefire. Like, you want to make money, put out the Batman 2. Guaranteed money. And it's taking so long. Boomhauer level 15. I gotta find my applause for Boomhauer. Congratulations. Oh, you should see the Batman. I enjoyed it. It's long, but it's good. And Boomhauer also gets a giggity. Oh, Con Artist leveled up to level 2 as well. So Con Artist gets an applause. But also looking at the paper cast, I only recognize Domhnall Gleeson, Oscar Nunez, and I think that's about it. I don't recognize anybody else. I don't recognize this person. Yeah, I don't. Here, so they should put out a Batman Supergirl crossover film where they're both topless. I guarantee you there would have been a lot of topless Ben Affleck Batman if they would have kept going with that. Ben Affleck was freaking huge when he was Batman. Also, I heard somebody say that Ben Affleck in general is gigantic. I always figured he was kind of a tall guy, but I heard he's like big. Boom says his level is equivalent to his emotional maturity age. I think for all of us, Con Artist, free the nips. How about that for the next one? Every $5 I show nipple. My free the nip, whatchamacallit, subathon. Who are these people? Yeah, I don't recognize them at all. Yeah. Let's see the Peacemaker cast. Peacemaker does have a good cast, I'll give him that. Con Artist. I didn't say I was gonna do it on here. I was saying for future. So if you want a refund on your $5. In the film, Supergirl and Catwoman have a sex scene and Batman has to film it. That sounds like something that is on that site that Con Artist was talking about. For sure. Oh, that's funny. I'm just going through casts. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Connor says, all good on the $5. It's a cheap joke. It was a good joke. Oh, I could like, I didn't even realize I could hit like on that. I could do that. I could put a heart. What does this do? Whoops. Channel tell you. But it's so funny. There's the 3 drop down on the $5 that you gave me. And I thought it was going to be like, say thank you, do that, like nice stuff. But I could I could put you in timeout from your donation. That's kind of weird. Very weird. This is the first stream in a bit that Chris hasn't joined. I could not believe, because some of my streams were late, and Chris doesn't usually hop on when it's late, but I think he might have been on almost all of my video game streams, and I think he was on the Last Action Hero stream as well. Kira says, tell the kind assassin hello from us. I will. And again, I know it's been months, but she hasn't even live streamed video games in a while. It's just busy, busy, busy. And she's tired and like she doesn't like to be on camera when she's sleepy. So I will let her know. I could text her from here. I'm using my phone with no case. I love the way it feels with no case, but I don't want to break it. So I'll send her a text message. Everyone on the stream says hello. And send. Kira says, don't drop it, please be careful. I will not. This is the 13, so I've actually taken pretty good care of my phone. That phone is 4 years old. And I've been very good because usually I like to upgrade my phones even though there's no point in it. And every year the new phone comes out and I'm just like, I don't need it. I do not need the new phone. This does everything I need it to do. And it still works fine. That's the one thing I'm kind of surprised at. And I've been in the Apple ecosystem since, I would say, like 25 years. Maybe a little bit more, like year 2000, 1999, 98, somewhere around there. And like, I don't lie or sugarcoat it. There were years where Apple software updates crippled the phones. And like you had to either remove it if you could or buy a new phone. And that's just the way it was. But recently I've been very surprised that this is the 4th new operating system, and iOS 26 is like a major overhaul of like the user interface, not like new features, and it's still super fast. Connor says Apple uses Samsung tech. I know Apple uses Samsung screens, but I don't think they use any of the insides because they make their own processor. Shira, what's going on? We missed you. We missed the eras, the Shira and the Kira. We missed you both. We've been talking, spitballing ideas. There's that word again. Of my next subathon. We talked a little bit about the next watch along that we're going to do. The kind assassin and I are for Halloween. We're planning on the Nosferatus. We might do a weekend watch along of the Lego movies. Not sure, but that's where we are as far as watch alongs go. And then if there's something that I want to watch, I still haven't watched freaking the last 2 Jurassic movies. Like I've been wanting to watch Dominion. It's been like 4 years I haven't watched it. And then I wanted to watch the new Jurassic in the theater and I didn't go. Khan says, fair enough, screen indeed. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that Apple does not make their screens. That I know. But then I don't know who makes their casings, you know, the aluminum and all that. Like that, I don't know. I just know they make their own processor. Yeah, but again, I don't know who makes the hard drive. Like it could be Samsung. I wouldn't doubt it. Shira says, hey, True, where is Lethius, or are the authorities on the lookout? True says, Shira, try playing. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also were talking about Palia, Palia. It's kind of like Coral Island. As True said, it's MMO. And if everyone plays it, we could play together. And it's free to play. Kira says, there's so many reasons Lethius is on the lam. There could be. But yeah, he is sleeping. Thank goodness he is sleeping because he definitely needs sleep. Where is Boomhauer? Is Boom just lurking? I gotta give him his boom signal. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. So, yeah. What else did we talk about? Oh, we also talked about I am happy with how my popcorn bucket giveaway is going. I have 68 signups. The next one would be 69. And The one for October is going to be the Crypto Funko Pop. I think I already put it up. Yeah, and then after those two, I don't know what else I'm going to have besides the movies, the DVDs, maybe. Boom says, getting baked. Nice. Boom and con artist should hang out. Sheer says, guess it wouldn't be authorities looking for It's just vampire hunters. Speaking of vampire hunters, did any of you watch Interview with the Vampire, the TV show? I think, well, I have a question because we were watching YouTube trailers and we saw a trailer for Lestat. Is Lestat getting a spin-off, or is the next season of Interview with a Vampire just called Lestat, and that season is like just about him? Connors has not seen the movie or the show, neither have I. The Kind Assassin has watched, she's read the books and the movie and the shows, but I don't even think she knew. Kira says she feels like she's in Eric's basement with Fez, Hyde, and Kelso with the amount of secondhand smoke that's in the air when I'm in this chat. That's actually, did they have I know that the name, like the technical name that they're in is a cipher, like that I know, they're in a cipher. But did they, in the show, have their own name for it? Because if they did, that could be, because I'm still trying to think of like a group name for, you know, whoever follows the channel. I have a name that's not very, it doesn't work well with the nickname, where like the Real Rejects has Reject Nation, stuff like that. Shearer says the show was amazing, the movie was classic. Connor says, don't forget Jackie. I don't think Jackie smoked with them. Boomhauer says, Kira, there's a car that runs on water, man. Yeah, I don't think she did. Damn, this little portable charger that I got, it's cool. It's like a little MagSafe and has a little kickstand. Freaking like it. Charged it pretty fast too. Now I could put it back in its case, but also I was using that as like a little stand for it. And now that I'm not charging it, I don't have a stand for it. True says Sanctimonians. Though I think like that's a play on the word sanctimonious. And I think that has a bad connotation. If someone is sanctimonious, it's like saying they think they're God or something. I think. Kira says, I missed that show so much. Thanks for the reminder, Boom. Did you watch that 90s show? Kira's favorite was Eric. Eric's the one who wound up playing Venom, right? Connor says, probably not. I just haven't worked on myself recently enough, and I have a PH brain. Oh, you guys. I have to see the next time I could do one of a long stream. Well, I think for the rest of the year, the Kind Assassin has one more work trip. I don't know when it is. I think it's in October. But I could do probably a subathon then. Boomhauer says, sorry. Was a good show, but turns out Topher Grace and Mila Kunis were the only decent kids in real life. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a true statement. So they get, oh no, I don't have anything for that. I just want to play this because it's funny. It is hilarious. Something happened. Shira says he's deceptively fit, at least as Venom, and then was also in Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. Topher Grace. We only recognize one Topher in this chat. I can't. The funny thing to think about, let's say, and again, I didn't watch it, but that 70s show took place in the 70s. Let's just say 1975. I don't know. Say it started, it was 1975. That means it would have been 23 years because the show came out in 1998. So it would have been, it took place 23 years ago. 23 years ago from today is 2002. That 2000 from right now, 2002 is the 70s from when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, the 70s felt like 100 years prior. That's freaking scary. Connor says, what about Kelso, Ashton Kutcher? Yeah, it turns out he doesn't seem to be a great person either. Didn't he also play Steve Jobs? Topher Grace. Oh, I didn't remember him in Black Klansman. Black Klansman was good. He's been in some good movies. He was in Heretic, American Ultra. He's got a pretty good resume. News to me, dang. Yeah, I hear things and read things, but I don't know the guy. It's just like, apparently he's not a great person. I don't know him. I wouldn't say directly he isn't a great person because I don't know. I just go off what I've read, things that he's done. I don't know. It's on his list of movies. American Ultra, 2015. It has Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, Topher Grace. It says he played Adrian Yates, John Leguizamo, Walton Goggins. Boom says, yeah, Kelso was in Deep with Mass. Oh, yeah, that's true. The kind assassin texts me back, says, oh, tell them I said hi. Hope they're all good. So she says hello, and she hopes you are all doing well. Yeah, Masterson, definitely the worst. And then, yeah, the guy who played Kelso, I heard, wasn't as close to as bad as the other guy, but was just as much a creep, or basically a creep. Boom says, he turned off the butterfly effect when they killed the dog. The kind assassin wouldn't even watch that movie because she would probably Google if any dogs were killed, and then if she read that they were, she would not watch it. Connor says, Jesse, that's the name I know from American Ultra. Yeah, I guess he was the main character. And that was 2015, so that was only 10 years ago. Shear says, Valderrama had some charges of violence, but not 100% sure. He did, but it's one of those things where, nothing ever happened, which is the case a lot of times. Shear says, who was the redheaded girl in the 70s show? She ended up, her name is Laura Prepon. Yeah. Danny Masterson. So we go to Wilmer Valderrama. Like, there's nothing even. You have to, literally Google probably controversy. Oh, he dated Demi Lovato. He was 29, she was 17. He dated Mandy Moore when she was 16 or 17. Dated Lindsay Lohan when she was 18. Let's see. 2006, he was on the Howard Stern Show, made several crude and inappropriate remarks. The comments resurfaced and drew renewed outrage following the 2023 conviction of Danny Masterson. During the interview, he rated actresses he'd been with and boasted about his prowess. I guess he made a roofies joke. When asked what helped him with women, Valderrama replied, "One, that's the silent fact," though the comment was characterized as a joke. Though he wasn't one of the cast members who wrote a letter of support for Masterson. It says a letter of support written by Masterson's former assistant mentioned Valderrama in a narrative about Masterson warning his coworkers to act professionally. All right, what did I miss? Shearer says, thank you, Steve, for the Donna Preppin. Connor says, Donna was her character name, real name he just said, but I didn't know that. Kira says, I love that Kate Mulgrew from Star Trek Voyager was in Orange and the New Black as well. Karn says he came back for that 90s show. Boom says, Preppin. She was dating Chris Masters. Oh, Danny's brother. And got kind of into the whole science. Oh, yeah. The whole Scientology thing is crazy to me, only because everyone who's in it gets, like, who's just in it gets, like, shitted on, which, from everything I heard about it, like, is fine with me. And all the people that have escaped it and talk about it are like, it's a cult, right? So, yeah, everyone, but the biggest at the top of the chain, who's basically the face of Scientology, Tom Cruise, no one cares at all. Boom says, Mulgrew frickin' rocks. I can't believe Masterson was in Dracula? I didn't know that. Mulgrew was a kick-ass captain in Trek. Shearer says, oh, right, Boom, I forgot about the whole Masterson brother situation. Boom says a channel called Coffee and Cults on YouTube has a pretty in-depth look at the 70s show crap that went on. Let me look that up right now. Coffee and Cults. That's a pretty cool name. 299 subs. Oh, it's literally her pinned video for anyone who's not a sub. Everything you don't know about the cast of that 70s show. Damn, an hour and 41. Oh, also kind of funny that she has one, The Celebrities, Lies, and Crimes That Built the Cult of Scientology, and Tom Cruise is in the thumbnail, so I appreciate that. Khan says, all religion and our cults is silly to me. Yeah, I don't consider myself religious at all. And I understand technically, if you follow anything, it's kind of, the difference is if you're religious, but you recognize the bad parts and you do your best to not do that, like that's how religion should be. It becomes a cult when there are bad parts and the person is just like, oh, that doesn't mean that. Like, they try to kind of cover up for it. That's a cult to me. But even though I'm not religious, like just living and existing on Earth, in the world as a person, I can get through it without religion. Like, I don't need it. But some people can't, and that's fine. Like, I don't care. The only time I care is if someone is trying to force it on me, then no, that's not cool. But I feel like whatever someone needs to navigate life is fine. Jay says, the mythical legend, Mr. Sanctum. What's going on, Jay? Blips? Shira says, sorry, there should have been a question mark there. Let me see. What did Shira say? I have to scroll. What did I miss? I didn't see a question mark. Boom says, someone asked why the kids from Malcolm in the Middle didn't fall like that 70s show. They said a lot of it was Bryan Cranston and Jane Kasmerick were very attentive to keeping the kids safe. That makes sense. And the thing about that is, technically, it's not their responsibility to do that. It's the right thing to do, right? As the adults who are on set every day, obviously these kids have parents, but it's very helpful, right? So kudos to them for keeping those kids sane. Kira says, funny that even the Brady Bunch kids fell into the allure of fame and had a hard fall. Yeah. It's even like the Olsen twins, like they weren't doing well at one point in their life. Like I think they're fine now, but I think when they were in their late teens, early 20s, like they went through a rough patch. Connors gave me $2. Thank you. Coexistence. I don't believe religion teaches that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow it. Shearer says, Hollywood has always chewed up and spit out actors regardless of their age. That is true. Boom says, so many of the TV kids get screwed up one way or the other. I can't imagine when, like, the Olsen twins were babies. They were literally, how old were they when they first started on that show? 2 years old, 3 years old? Imagine your whole life, you have to be on sets. I mean, granted, you make money, you can't see it till you're 18, but I was going to school and playing with my friends and not having to worry about anything. And then there are kids that are 10 years old and they're in movies and TV shows and they have to go shoot a scene and then they like do school right after it, not even in a school. So they don't hang out with other kids. The only kids that they do hang out with are actors. So I feel like if you're shooting a TV show and the actors are the only people that you ever see, like if you're playing as a kid across from another kid and in the show that kid is like a bully or an idiot and their lines are like hurtful, as a kid you might feel like that's real life and you may like you're really getting bullied, right? Who knows what these kids go through? Kier says, pervy guys who set up that timer when they did that with Millie Bobby Brown too. And the biggest like culprit didn't Drake like immediately start texting her when she turned 18? Boomhauer said, religion schmeligion. That'll be my next YouTube channel's name. Connor says, Shira, yeah, life is kind of like that with all of us, it seems. Let's form our own religion. Hairy feetism. Hairy troll feet. Who is our deity? Do we make up a deity? Is it going to be like Scientology where Shira is the leader? Boom says he's a minister in the Universal Life Church. Sanctumology. There we go. Join Sanctumology. Yoda is his god. Oh, speaking of Yoda, Baby Yoda, Grogu, did anyone watch the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer that came out today? It looked cute. So this is me talking about not about people who don't like it, because you don't have to like everything, but the people who are complaining about it. It's kind of odd because the TV show is the TV show. Like, we have 3 seasons of it. So we have the aesthetic of The Mandalorian and the characters and the plots. Like, we have that all established. I don't know why people thought the movie was going to look different than the show. I never expected it to look different. First of all, to me, the show didn't look like a TV show. It looked like a movie to me, the production value. So a lot of people are complaining that it doesn't look like the sequel trilogy. Like, this isn't that type of movie. This is The Mandalorian and Grogu is like a buddy comedy travel movie. It's not, there's not going to be like a Sith, I don't think. There's not going to be a Kylo Ren, a dark side being in the movie, a Darth Vader, I don't think. I don't know why it's being compared to that when that's not what it's supposed to be. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait for more Mandalorian and more Grogu. With that being said, all in all, the trailer didn't impress me. There was no dialogue in it. It was just fine to me, but it had nothing to do with what it looked like. It seemed more like a teaser or a sizzle reel than a trailer, which was odd. But I also kind of feel like with all the shit that Disney did to themselves by firing Jimmy Kimmel and then losing so much money, they were like, we got to put something out, and they put that out. I don't know. True says she liked my take on the trailer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shearer says production value looked good. It did look a little goofy, though, to be honest. Yeah, they literally only showed the really silly parts to me. And that trailer, like, you know how sometimes movies they'll have 4 trailers and they'll have their names? Like, this trailer was the Grogu trailer. For The Mandalorian and Grogu, that was Grogu's trailer. Like, honestly. We didn't see The Mandalorian that much in it. So if they do drop another trailer, hopefully it has more dialogue and more Mandalorian. And congratulations, Kira, for leveling up. We got to get to the applause. Boomhouse says haters gonna hate. Yeah, it's just like, if you don't like it, don't like it. I mean, I can agree with some people where I think season 1 was the best season. I liked all the seasons, but to me, yeah, season 1 was my favorite season, but I loved the show. Shearer says they need to bring Manny back. Oh, man. I really want the Acolyte. And this is the thing that also cracks me up. The people who just hate Star Wars, or they hate this trailer because it's stupid, it's kiddie, the color it's not dark, there's no bad guys. Like, literally, we got the Acolyte last year. Everything you wanted was in it, and you hated it because the main character was a black woman. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. Connor says, I have no knowledge of it, Steve. I've told you before that I don't do trailers or teasers. I want to consume my media in full. That's like, I wish I could be like that. I get so excited. I love watching trailers and teasers and stuff like that. And I can't get mad if I get spoiled, because I know a trailer is marketing. So they want me to watch the show. They want me to be in the theater. So, like, I only blame myself if there's huge spoilers, but I do love a good trailer. Shira says, then work down to level 6, 7, Kira. Oh, Kira said 12. That's too big. We are on it. I need to put up a thing. I don't know how this will work, but maybe in the top left corner, like over here somewhere. I don't know how to do this. Oh my God, here. Like right here. I'll put up a giggity counter, so every time someone says something like that, I hit giggity and I click the timer. That would be nice. That would be funny. But Shira says, well, most people don't know how to read, Kira, so spoilers didn't ruin as much. Oh, Kira said, before the internet, though, there were a lot of magazines that spoiled stuff back in the old days. I could see that. Oh, Connor says, Kira has my pH brain spread to others. Ooh, excuse me. Damn, it's 8:06 already. It's odd for me. I'm probably gonna have dinner now. I ate a late lunch, and I'm like literally just getting hungry. So, damn, this hour went by fast. I'm so happy everyone hopped on. Again, Kira and Shira, we missed you the last week, and when I had all my video game streams, so I understand that you guys are busy. But like I said, I worry about whenever someone doesn't hop on. Like Chris isn't on. I understand it's 11 o'clock at night, but I still like hope he's doing good. Like I hope he's just sleeping. You know, I just worry about everyone. Connor says it did go by quickly. That gets a giggity. May the force be with everyone. If you haven't, please, even if you don't want to win, please sign up for the giveaway. ScreenSanctum.com/giveaways. There are 2 up now. It's very helpful. Traffic to the site is helpful. I don't know anything about websites, but my friend Jeff tells me, obviously, the more people that go to the website, the better for SEO and stuff like that. So if you've never been there, check it out. Yeah, so next Tuesday, I will be picking. I don't know if I'm going to pick the winner live because I don't know if I could put like 80 names on that spin wheel. So I might pick the winner and then announce them. But then the October giveaway is the crypto, what is he called? Crypto, the super dog from Superman, the Funko Pop. And then after that, it'll probably be some movies. So, whew, that was a good one. That was a good one. I don't think I'll be live streaming again this week, like gaming or anything. Maybe, who knows, but keep an eye out. And it's been fun. It was a good one, as always. Thanks for hopping on. I hope everyone sleeps well, wakes up well, has a good work week, and I'll talk to you probably Tuesday. So, peace, guys.
Giving me wind